poll here. A poll! This is the Daily Caller. So take that as you will in terms of its obviously got a right-wing leaning. They enjoyed putting up this article. That's probably the best way to put it. But it's interesting, and I want to go into it for a very good reason. So a third of Democrats, and this is echoed in the UK, this attitude. I know it is. I've seen it. I don't have the numbers, but I've seen it. A third of Democrats believe it's racist to criticise politicians of colour. This is so weird, isn't it? You could just see coloured politicians. There's no difference, really. It's weird, isn't it? It's weird how these things with the left, it just ends up the same. Just rebranded. A new poll suggests that nearly 1/3 of Democrats believe white politicians who criticise politicians of colour are racist. Well, that's it. That's all you need to know. Rasmussen, which, is a little bit did a survey with 1,000 registered voters. 1,000 isn't enough. But, we're talking about it anyway. But they are registered voters. Between July 15 and 16, a survey found that 32% of Democrats agree that it's racist for any white politician to criticise the political views of a politician of colour. Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ! I mean, say this poll isn't great. Say it's 10% of registered Democrats. Whatever. That's still phenomenally terrifying. That is a deeply racist, white supremacist point of view being demonstrated by a growing number of people on the left. This is really, really worrying to me here. If you can't criticise someone because of the colour of their skin, if you can't criticise their politics and their ideas because of their skin colour, then that is saying that that person is less capable of criticism. He's less capable. Like, if you're, I've just been moaning about socialism, right? So I've got bones to pick with Richie about that. Not bones. I want to have an honest conversation with him about it. He's a white male who came out on Friday. So, up until Friday, he was straight white male. So it's okay that I criticise his ideas, is it? Is that okay? But what if a black woman is saying exactly the same thing, word for word, and I criticise it? That makes me racist. The only way I could be racist is if white people are inherently better, more capable of taking criticism, more able to criticise. This is white supremacy, and it's creeping back up into the left in a terrifying manner. I see it all the time. Allied to minorities. I mean, I got loads of friends. I got a good mate from Iraq. I'm not going to go into I'm not racist because I'm black and all that bollocks. But I've got friends who are minorities, but I'm not an ally to any of them because I don't see them as pathetic, weak victims. I don't see them as less and needing an ally. As a homogenous group. Fuck that shit. It's white supremacy, and it is terrifying. Genuinely terrifying. Like I said, there's only 1,000, so this 32%, but this is scary, man. But these people say it though. They do it themselves. If you criticise them, they call you racist. That's how all this started. Nancy Pelosi was criticising him and they called her racist. They did it via the AIDS or whatever, but that's insane. That's giving you special rules. This is oh, and here we go. The fucking left are going, well, what's the death count? And it's like the death count on an individual level is not the concern with the left. That's not the problem. The left works collectively, systematically. And if you're creating a system where you're not allowed to talk back to someone who's in power, these are senators, Congress people. What's the thing? I'm not very good with the American system, but they are elected representatives. Yeah. So if I can't speak truth to power, then what the fuck, man? That's again, that is white supremacy, and it is authoritarian nonsense, and you people should be terrified of this, and you need to speak up on this shit, man. It's one of the few things that I sort of really get at people when I see tweets about this, man. It's like, you're being racist. The only way for this to be a bad thing is if you are racist by default. Oh my god. There we go. That's kind of the end. I don't